Welcome back to the pitch, everybody. Got a lively crew today for the episode. Got Tierney here, as always,
Hey guys.
and we've got special guests. Uh, Tate Klein on the left, owner of the Mafia, and his co-owner on the right there, Colby Gaston. Colby is on the Mafia roster right now, and Tate hasn't re-signed himself yet for whatever reason, but we'll get to that later. We're going to start with a couple of the biggest news things of the week, one of which is, um, there's a couple signings in the last couple days. I'll let Tierney kind of talk about the first one that was the Wrecking Cruise a couple days ago. Go ahead. You can kind of explain.
So the Wrecking Crew have signed this guy who used to play in the Longview, I believe. Longview wiffle ball.
I
Am I
don't know
right?
what the league was called. It quit being a league like 3 or 4 years ago. But
Okay.
yeah, from as far as I know, it ranged from like the Longview area down to Portland. I don't know that much about it. Yours
Okay.
is better.
Well,
That's all you
anyway,
need to know.
not really important. He's played wiffle ball before. I'm sure you guys have seen the video. If not, you should watch it. He looks pretty good. He, I don't know from the video, I don't think he pitched all that hard, but I think it looks like he has a lot of movement on his ball, and I think that's going to be new for a lot of hitters, so I think it's going to be interesting to see how well he does.
Yeah, and
What do you think?
he's older. He's 40. I can't remember what he's in his 40s, like mid 40s. Tay, you and Colby, you guys saw the video, I assume. What did you guys think of him?
Yeah, I saw the video, but the guy's 44. I don't know how hard he's going to be able to throw or how long he's going to be able to throw. And in the video, he had a lot of movement on his pitches, but I saw maybe one strike. Maybe. So that would be a huge red flag with the one pitch deal. In his other league, he probably had more than one pitch, like 3 or 4. So I feel like if he pitches, that's going to be a huge factor. Like,
Colby, you're a good hitter in the league. Do you think it'd be tough to hit?
Well, when do we play the wrestling?
Um, you know, I there's so many games now, dude. I don't remember, but you will play them at some point.
Well, if it's past like the second game, he's pretty old. He'll be done by then.
if he's throwing,
Okay, Tierney.
but they have
They
whatever they
yeah,
have.
go ahead.
But he's good for about really good for about 2 games. And he hits the strike zone very consistent. But I've noticed in the last tournament that he's when he gets like later games, he starts going down a little bit. But it's only 3 games a day, and with a relief like that, it could be pretty tough.
Tierney, we know it's just a video, and we've seen Guthrie pitch in person before for 2 seasons now. And the Wrecking Crew say they're going to be dual aces as of right now, going into the season. Um, but they're paying Guthrie $30. You got to remember that contract they gave him. Do you think, in hindsight, now that team, besides Guthrie, the rest of the team is almost wondering, why didn't we just let Guthrie walk and then we could have had this guy and all that? We wouldn't have had to pay him $30.
Wouldn't have had to pay Guthrie $30, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I mean, this guy and Guthrie are going to be dual aces, but this guy's getting paid $10 because he's a rookie per season, and Guthrie's getting paid 30.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pay discrepancy. Obviously, it's pretty big, but you got to look at it too as, yeah, Guthrie's getting a lot of money, but he also has proven himself, whereas this new guy, you don't really know when he gets up there with batters. It might not be, and the strike zone that we have, it might be different than what he played with. So I think in the end, I think Guthrie's still going to be their main pitcher. I think this new guy is going to be, I think they might start, he has, but I think he's going to need some help from Guthrie. I don't think he can do it all by himself just because he's a rookie in the league and it's hard. And so Yeah, I mean, $30 is a lot, but he's kind of your franchise. So I mean, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what they did. I was just bringing that up, just to have a debate. I think now in the league you need to have. You don't absolutely need to, but it's very very beneficial if you have two pitchers, which
But you do,
looks like
because
you're gonna
if
have
one
to.
of them is off, you're screwed if you only have one. You need two quality pitchers.
I don't think
In my
so.
What?
I don't think we need two quality pitchers because,
Well, you wouldn't know because you really have one all right pitcher.
well, like, well, anyways, we have Colby, our main pitcher, throws in the lob, just lobs it in there.
Wait. Did you just say Colby is your main pitcher?
Well, he pitched the most in JL 14.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. We all know you are the better pitcher.
Well, if I go up there and I throw as hard as I can and try to make it move, I'm going to walk a lot more batters. And if we have him up there,
That's what happened against the Lynx.
and we have him up there and we just lob it in there, they score a lot less runs. We sit back and we play defense, and there's not a lot of hitters that obviously didn't hit us with that lob. I mean, Marcus hit like a bomb on us, but he was the batting crown.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to your team in a minute. We got one more thing we need to cover first, and that is the other signing, and that was done by the Waves. And it's really interesting. Is what happened here is basically the Wrecking Crew found that Coleman guy apparently by just Google searching him and looking for wiffle ball players in the area, and they found him, right? And then so the news came out. Well, apparently what happened was that the Waves owner, Anthony Nussbaum, saw what they did when that news came out and thought, oh, that's a good idea. And he literally did the same exact thing and Google searched and found that same league. And the Bun guy, he played in that same league with Coleman and those people. So he literally copied their idea, basically. But so yeah, the other signing I'm talking about is Keith Bunn. He's from Longview. He's 33 years old, and he was signed to the Waves. Anthony worked him out and liked him, signed him. They cut Austin Gillum from the team because they already had 5 players, so they had to make room. And they didn't sign Bunn to a max rookie deal. They signed him to $5 per season. But Bunn is only going to pitch, is what Nussbaum says. Apparently he's not that good of a hitter. And Bunn is going to be the number 2 pitcher behind Adam Clark. Nussbaum says he's still going to be the ace, at least going into the season. So, Tierney, what do you think of Nussbaum copying what the Wrecking Crew did?
I mean, I think it's kind of cheating in a way, but it's also kind of smart. I mean, if you can get quality players by kind of bumming off someone else's idea, why not? You know? It doesn't matter how you got them. It matters that you got them and who you got. So if this guy turns all-star, they're going to bug Nussbaum about copying. They're going to be like the all-star. I mean, yeah, he's only a pitcher. He's not going to hit, so he's not going to be like the best all-around player, but I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings on it. How do you feel about it?
I think it's great. I think anytime you can bring in people like those last 2 guys, I didn't even know who they were until I looked them up on Facebook and So I think bringing in new people that people have never met before and just growing the league that way, I think it's great for the league. Coleman looks good. Nussbaum says this guy. So we're not only bringing in new people, we're bringing in more talent. I think it's just a plus. In terms of how much he's going to make the team better, it's hard to say because I thought Lane was going to be a good backup anyway, and Lane Traver for that team has been bumped down to the number 3 arm now. So, and this guy's not going to bat, so he's not going to make their offense any better. I don't really know how much it really helps their team because they already had pitching depth, in my opinion. But it's not going to hurt them. You know, like the
I mean,
rankings after that one, they moved up from number 7 to number 6 in the power rankings. The Waves aren't moving up from number 5 because of this, but I don't think it hurts them.
no. No, I don't think it does anything. I mean, I think signing Bunn and getting rid of Austin Gillum, I mean, it's kind of a wash to me just because Austin Gillum could throw. He didn't throw a lot.
Well, no
But he was
disrespect to
there.
Austin Dillon, but they regardless of getting this guy, they probably needed to cut him anyway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And we just don't know who he is yet, so it's what's going to happen.
All right, I'm gonna send it over to Tate and Colby now. I want to first get your thoughts on kind of these new older guys coming into the league. And then I want to ask, secondly, you guys have been like the most quiet team in this offseason. You guys have literally done nothing except you re-signed Colby Gaston, Tate. You re-signed him. And you haven't re-signed yourself, Tate, even though you say you're going to, which I'm sure you would eventually. I don't know why you're waiting. But, look, you guys didn't make the playoffs last season, and you haven't done anything to improve the roster. So, can we get an explanation?
He didn't make the playoffs because of a coin flip. I mean, that has no skill in it.
Yeah, well, things happen. You know what? You didn't make the playoffs. So let's just talk about your roster.
Okay? I don't think we need our roster because we should have been in the playoffs. We had enough record because the Rapids made the playoffs with the same record as us, and they're still really high in the power rankings. Weird. But I just don't think we need to add any more right now. I mean, later.
All right. Let me rephrase here.
Next season.
Okay, I'll give you. You guys you had a good record, but when you played the Express, who are the pinnacle of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat you 7-2. They controlled the game the whole way. There was no controversy in that loss. They just beat you, and they were the better team.
You're right.
So if you look at it that way, you weren't competitive with them. Why haven't you addressed
I
that?
think a 5-point loss is not competitive because that's only 5 points. That could change pretty quick. So I don't see how. And we both hit Kyle, so I don't see how that wasn't not competitive. 5 points.
Okay. Okay, I respect that. No, I respect that answer. So you are saying your roster with you when you resign yourself, because you're going to resign yourself, right? I mean, you already told me that. Huh?
We're just working out the contract right now. Yeah.
Right. You've told me that off the record, so, I mean, it's not – it's everyone knows it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you have you and Colby and the Taylor Yeo kid who you've also got on the roster, but he's a rookie. He's never played before. You think that roster right there is good enough to win the championship?
I didn't say that because I'm not – a good season for us is not winning the championship because obviously the Express are better than us. The Bambinos are better than us. So I don't think winning the championship is a good season for us, or I think that we're going to do that. But making the playoffs and at least winning the first game of the playoffs would be ideal for us. Would be a good season.
Tierney, what do you think that okay, so it sounds like basically their goal is to make the playoffs and be competitive in the first round of the playoffs. Tierney, don't you think the goal should be to win the championship, though?
I mean, that's everybody's goal, right? That's why you're there. But I agree with Tate in the sense that what they have right now, yeah, that's a good season. But Tate, I got to ask you, are you going to sign new players? I mean, if your goal is only to make it, like first round, win the first game in the playoffs, is that going to be every season now? Like, is that a good season for you? Or are you going to make roster moves and try to get to that Express Bambinos level of play?
Yeah, we're definitely going to get there, but, I mean, Garrett Wayne got pretty lucky with his first season, but we're just building up, and I promise you next season will be a lot different. We'll be in the mix. But right now, we're trying to get a decent season, so we seem more appealing to more players, like free agents and stuff. If we're just total trash, nobody's going to want to come to us. But if we make the first round, get competitive, more people are going to want to come together for us.
Okay, so what's the big surprise now that you requested to be on the show for, other than just to get your name or you guys' faces in front of the camera, because we know that's fun. But what's the big thing that you?
A big request, a big thing, but we just want to get out that you guys disrespect us a lot more than what we deserve. Because you guys rule us out of contenders, even though we didn't make the playoffs because of a coin flip.
But how many contenders can you really have? I
feel like the whole American Conference is a contenders, wherever we're in. American National, I don't know. National.
The American.
Yeah. I feel like all of us are contenders. I mean, tell me one team besides maybe the Lynx because they're pretty new. But other than that, we're pretty much all contenders.
Well, I would say you're all good teams, but I only see 2 contenders.
You only see 2?
But we can agree to disagree on that.
Okay, next one.
So there is no big surprise. You just wanted to be on the show today.
Big surprise. Colby, you take for 1.
Oh, yeah. We signed 2. We expanded our roster by 2.
No, just for coaches.
But, yeah, they're coaches.
Well, who is it?
You got a batting coach and a manager. So our batting coach is Ciclovin Cody. Cody.
Oh boy. Okay.
He's the batting coach. And then we're really pumped about this. Our coach, Buttermaker. So he's going to bring a lot to our team. Maybe new jerseys. He's experienced. He knows the game. So we have big things coming for us.
So the first batting coach is Cody Slickoven.
Ciclovin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's the other person?
Buttermaker.
Who?
Buttermaker.
I don't know who that is.
Well, that's his name.
You'll see him.
Coach Buttermaker. Yeah. He'll get released, but Buttermaker's his name.
We'll release a picture later.
All right. Can we get confirmation on the jerseys now? Because the ones that Colby's wearing over there on the right.
These are our home.
Yeah, those are the ones that you guys. Those are your official team jerseys. But Tate, you're wearing a black set.
Yeah.
That's the same, but it's in black. So, do you have a full set of those, and are those your guys' new alternates or something?
Yeah, but for right now, this is just my libero because I just play back row, backfield. So during games, who knows? We might wear this one.
We'll switch.
We don't know yet. Right now, we have this full set.
And our bench players wear white.
Yep.
Well, you have a white set too?
Yep.
Tierney, which ones? What do you make of that?
I don't know. I mean, it's jerseys. I'm not going to read too much into it. I think it's a bit ridiculous that they're going to have, like, Tate's talking about a libero. That's kind of funny to me. But
coaches have different stuff, too.
What?
Our coaches wear different stuff.
Our coaches have coaching uniforms.
Okay, now you guys are taking it a little too far.
Okay, Tate, I got a question real quick. When you re-sign yourself, are you going to be the ace, or is Colby going to be the ace?
I don't think we really need to go in depth that much.
That's up to Buttermaker.
Yeah, that's definitely up to Buttermaker. But he's going to do that, coach. So
Okay.
we're going to have a couple practices, and he'll make the decision then.
Okay.
I don't know, Cale. I feel like the way that Colby is laughing at this Buttermaker, I feel like he might not be real.
He definitely is. I promise you that.
He'll be at jail 15.
After the show, I'm going to need to be sent some official contact information for these people. But,
All right.
I mean, they're coaches. We all know that I mean, Hannah Witten's the coach of the Bambinos. Okay? That says it all right there.
I promise we'll have more to say than Hannah Witten. Come on. Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. All right. So, Tierney, you got anything else you want to ask the Mafia owners / players here while we got them on?
Not that I can think of. I mean, the only thing I would ask him is about, opinions, but that could start a whole nother show. So
Do it.
Do it.
we'll leave it.
No, let's
Do
do it.
it.
That's up to Cale.
I don't think we have time for that. I don't
Why?
think we do. This show, you'd be surprised how long this show's already gone.
Well, I have one thing to ask
Go for it.
about the top 20 players. Got them up.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that my player owner over here is not on the top 20. Because
Well,
I'm looking,
yeah.
and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people that he's better and should be he should be on there. And I have a little concern. Some people are too in the top 10 that shouldn't.
Well,
Things like Darren Ayub hasn't played. Well, he played in the last one, but what does Darren do? Fields? I mean, who do you not think that he should be in the top 20?
I'm pretty sure when we made the list, and the list was made between myself, Tierney, Ty, and Brock, I don't recall Colby getting a vote inside the top 20.
Exactly. He's Kevin, Aaron, Cale, Darren. Those are all players that he put together and hit more hits than I did, especially off of Kyle. He had 3 off Kyle. I mean, that's something that he had 3 hits in a game off Kyle. Automatically should be putting in the top 20.
Hey, you know what? We got another season. There's always another season, though.
True, I guess. But
We know you guys are going to be very motivated to come out and prove everyone wrong. I know you guys always play with a chip on your shoulder.
yeah. And then I'm not throwing you obviously know it. Me and Ty always get into it. That's just us. But number 6, I'm not sure he deserves number 6. Because going back to the pitching and throwing hard and throwing the junk, Ty is trying to throw hard and he's trying to throw a lot of junk. And obviously it didn't work out too well. Because I feel like the lob worked a lot better in that situation. And then we just shelled him when he threw a strike. And then, we both shelled him. And Colby's not in the top 20. And then, when we do the free agents, you had Ty's pitching A-.
He's proven. I mean, I would have a lot of people behind me that would say Ty's.
Maybe when the competition in the league wasn't, maybe when we were making that transition from self-pitching, your own team, to the other team pitching, he was a good, decent pitcher then. But then once everyone started facing Kyle, and then they come back to Ty, and he's throwing decently hard, but then he just perfect, and I don't think that's an A-, because I'm pretty.
All right, this could go on for ages, so
Right.
we gotta cut it off. We've got to cut it off. But we appreciate you guys being on the show. We appreciate you guys requesting to be on the show, and we love your input. You guys are good entertainment. I think I speak for Tierney too here when I say that we appreciate you guys coming on. So, with that being said, we do have to wrap this up because it's turned into a long show.
Yeah.
And this is where we miss Brock on these shows because Brock would just be like, "It's over. We gotta cut it." But I'm a little more nice. What is that, Judy?
The next,
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you did. All right, well, that's it. We got to go.
no, the next pitch, Ty better be on the pitch.
He was going to be on this one, but then at the last second he couldn't.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was afraid of you.
What was his excuse?
I don't know. He lives in California now. It's tough to say.
What
All right.
did Ty
No.
himself in the top 20?
End it!
All right, I'm pressing the button. It's over.